Hey guys, welcome to Power Flow with Holly. We're going to start at the top of our mats, rooting into the feet, sucking navel to spine, tilt the tailbone down towards the mat, pull the shoulder blades together and down the back, facing the palms towards the front of your space, humble the chin, close the eyes. Find 2 full cycles of breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Now inhaling the arms up overhead, engaging Ujjayi breath as you exhale, hinging at the hips, swan dive forward, making our way through our Sun A. Palms to shins, half lift, inhale. Fold, plant the hands, finding plank. For our first round, we'll lower the knees, bringing the elbows close and tight to the ribs as you lower, chin, chest, belly. Inhale, shine the heart. And exhale to release. Pressing up through plank, down dog. 2 breaths. Pedaling out through the knees. Gazing to the top of the mat space and begin to step to the top of the mat. Half lift. Fold and rise. Flowing right into round 2. 1 breath per movement. Moving with your breath. Maybe even closing down the eyes. As you stepping back to plank, lowering, maybe hovering the legs, up dog and down dog. One more breath in your down dog. Gazing forward, you can hop, step, or float to the top of your mat. Half lift, fold and rise. Last round through Sun A. Flat back from tail to crown. Exhales to release. Strong in the plank, engage through the core. Lower. Shine the heart on your in-breath. Exhale to your down dog. Recovery breath, sighing out through the mouth. Gazing to the top of your mat, hop, step, or float. Half lift, fold, and rise. Exhale, hands through the heart center. Bringing the toes together, heels slightly apart. Arms up overhead as you inhale. Exhale to bend in the knees, sinking down to our chair pose. Hold, getting a little bit deeper, gazing down to be able to see the toes, maybe even pick the toes up. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, finding plank pose, flowing through your vinyasa. Meeting in a downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up behind you. Holding in a 3-legged down dog. Flexing the right toes towards the mat space. Stay nice and squared through the hips. Breath in. Exhale to swing the right foot to plant between the hands. Inhale to rise to a warrior 1 variation. Deep bend in the lead knee, stacking knee just on top of ankle. Lift up through the fingertips, breathe in. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, stepping back to plank. Choosing to lower the right toes or to hover the right toes as we lower, bending in the elbows. Chaturanga, up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up behind you. Toes pointing towards the mat's face. Heel lifting high to the ceiling. Hold. Exhale, swing the left leg through. Plant and stick between the hands. Lift the fingertips up off the mat. Arrive strong all the way through the fingertips. Deep bend in the lead knee. Shine the heart. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Planting hands. Step the left foot back. Hold and hover if you did so on the other side. Lower through chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Option to lower the knees. Taking 2 breaths in child's pose. Or remaining in your downward facing dog, you can pedal through the knees. Gazing to the top of the mat. Finding down dog if you're in child's and beginning to step to the top of our mat space. Half lift. And fold. Toes together, heels slightly apart as you sweep the fingertips up, bending in the knees. Arrive, chair pose. We're going to make it through that same sequence, but we're going to pick up our speed and we're going to go for 2 more rounds. Rooting into the feet, pick the toes up, lift the fingertips towards the ceiling, tilting tailbone down towards the mat. Full breath. Exhale, fold. Half lift, lengthen. Fold, hands plant, plank pose, lower through your vinyasa. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up behind you, 1 breath. Exhale to swing it through to plant between the hands. Rise, 1 breath. Exhale to fold. Plank pose, planting the hands, lowering through your vinyasa. And a downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale. 3-legged down dog. Exhale to plant it, the left foot between the hands. Rise, warrior 1. And exhale to flow. Bending at the elbows, hold and hover, shine the heart on your in. And downward facing dog. Option again to lower in the knees. Meeting in downward facing dog and stepping to the top of the mat. Half lift. Fold. Toes together, heels slightly apart. Bend in the knees, chair pose, last round. Get a little bit lower, challenge yourself, really put the weight in the glutes, the back side of the legs. And exhale, fold. Half lift, palms to shins. Fold, plant the hands, plank pose. Option to lower through the knees at any time. And finding downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up behind you. Exhale to swing it through to plant between the hands. Lift the fingertips up, warrior 1, 1 breath. Shine the heart, lift the chest, exhale, fold. Swing the right leg back and lower through your vinyasa. Last side. Starting in downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up behind you. Exhale to swing it through to plant between the hands. Rise, warrior 1. In breath, lift the chest. Fold, plant hands. Plank pose, lower, shine the heart. And choosing maybe a child resting pose. Planting the third eye to either stacked palms or in the mat space. Full breath in. And full breath out. And straighten the arms out on the mat space, actively pressing into all 10 fingertips. Elbows lifting up off the mat. Inhale through tabletop, curl the toes behind you, finding down dog. Gazing forward, we'll step to the top of our mat. Take another breath in your forward fold. Any variation that feels supportive to you, grabbing behind the legs or opposite elbows. And inhale, we'll roll up to standing. Finding Tadasana, mountain pose. One full breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Planting the hands, stepping back to plank, lowering through your vinyasa, or you can go right to your downward facing dog. We'll inhale the right leg up behind you. Bending in the knees, start to open the right hip. You gaze under your left underarm and you can see your right foot. Option to flip your dog. Press the hips up to the ceiling, open through the chest. And reversing, bringing the right hand back to the mat space. Right leg stays lifted. Three-legged down dog. Exhale, swing the right leg through to plant between the hands. Left foot spirals to the short edge of the mat as we sweep the arms up, warrior two. Right palm flips to the sky. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Right elbow, right thigh. Inhale, extended side angle. The left fingertips reaching to the front corner of the room. Inhale, warrior two. Flip the right palm, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, extended side angle. Lengthen from heel to fingertips. Last round, warrior two. Inhale to open, even spiral the chest up towards the ceiling. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Option to reach the right hand down to the mat space. Left fingertips up to the sky. Or even option here to take a bind if it's in your practice. Unraveling, finding our warrior two pose. Exhale, float the hands down. Stepping back to plank. Lowering through the vinyasa or meeting in downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll inhale the left leg up behind you. Bending at the knee, open through the hip. Option to flip your dog. Gazing under the right underarm for the left foot. Lift the hips, open the chest. Breathe in. Exhale to unravel. Left hand meets the mat. Left leg stays lifted. Exhale, swing it through. Plant between the hands. Spiral the right foot. Swing the arms up. Warrior two. Left palm towards the sky. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle, left elbow to left thigh. Exhale, warrior two. Open through the left side body. Exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle, lengthen right side body. And exhale. Last one. Spiral the chest up. Warrior two. Left elbow, left thigh. Extended side angle. Playing with our variations, reaching the left hand down towards the mat, right fingertips towards the sky. We're going for a bind, holding for a breath or two. Unravel. Warrior two pose and fold. Planting the hands, stepping back to plank. Lower. Shine the heart, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift the weight forward, find our plank pose. Rooting into the right hand, begin to pivot to the right pinky toe side of the foot, finding our side plank. Lift the left hand up. Holding here for 3 full breaths. Lift the hip, the left hip towards the ceiling. Feeling the right arm shake. Exhale, left hand to mat. Flow through a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Plank pose, inhale. Other side, side plank, left hand stays planted. Reaching the right arm up, shoulders in line with one another. 3 breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Lower through your vinyasa. And find down dog. Gazing to the top of the mat and stepping the feet to the pinky side of the hands. Heels in, toes out, bend in the knees. Malasana squat, hands to heart center. Allowing this to just get deep into the hips, to the inner thigh. Bring the palms down to the mat space. If you're playing in a crow pose at home, feel free to play here. Bending at the elbows, bringing the knees up into the underarm, making a shelf to support the body. Lift the toes up. Taking as much time as you'd like to play in a crow. Then finding our Malasana squat. Beginning to lower the sit bones down. Lifting the feet up off the mat, palms shining to the heart. Boat pose. Lift the toes up a little higher. A little higher. Palms shining, lift the chest. And exhale, release the soles of the feet. You can round over the legs, tucking the chin between the knees. Head rounding forward. Inhale to begin to roll up. Exhale, lowering to the back. Keeping the soles of the feet on the mat, heels tight to the sit bones. 2 options here. Option number 1, to take a bridge pose. Slide the shoulder blades underneath the body. Palms stay planted on the mat. Inhale, press into the soles of the feet, lifting the glutes, low back and mid back off the mat. Option number 2 is to take our full wheel pose. Hands beside the ears, pressing up, full arch through the spine, and whichever variation is trying to stay for about 5 breaths, boosting energy for the rest of the day. Eventually lowering out, getting the knees to the chest. Gentle rock from side to side. And releasing the legs long on the mat space, closing down to the eyes. And staying here, allowing the body to absorb the benefits of your physical practice. Thank you for tuning into this flow with me. Namaste.